Crimson Trace announces Link, the world's first wireless laser and white light system, combining a green laser and 300 lumen light with instinctive activation for AR-type rifles. Link, smart, simple, secure. Learn more at crimsontrace.com.
#1 national voice in defense of your Second Amendment rights. Gun Talk, available on iTunes and on the free Gun Dealio smartphone app for Android and iPhone. To be on the air with Tom, call us now, 866-825-5486 or 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. Now, here's Tom.
Alrighty, hour 3 of Gun Talk. Glad that you could be with us. If you know of a friend in the area who would like Gun Talk, call him, call her. Say, hey, turn on the radio. We're talking about guns. We're having some fun. Join the conversation. If you'd like to join us here, it's really easy. 866-TALK-GUN, get you in there. 866-825-5486. A lot of numbers. I don't know. I can't remember numbers, but I can remember this. Just dial 1-TOM-TALK-GUN. That will get you in. By the way, you can find Gun Talk Media, our TV shows and everything we do, over the top, they call it these days, on Roku, Amazon Fire, and now on Apple TV players. And, of course, you got to get your Gun Dealio smartphone app where you get all sorts of deals, offers, special things available, as well as being able to hear Gun Talk when you're on the road and about. So get the Gun Dealio. It's free. Put it on your smartphone. Let's see. Oh, Bob has been on hold for a little while. I want to get him in here on line 2, Grand Forks, North Dakota. Hey, Bob, you're on Gun Talk.
Mr. Gresham, thank you for taking my call, sir.
You bet.
I tell you, listening to Gun Talk on Sundays is as important as going to church. It's like church for gun owners. I got something. I knew you get a kick out of that. I got something I want to run by you here. I want to store some firearms here long term. Not too sure what's happening here with our government. I got some children that are growing up. I want them to have access to some firearms for protection should things turn absolutely sour. I'm thinking I'll shrink wrap bunch of, maybe 500 rounds, single rounds, shrink or vacuum pack them. Vacuum pack about 2 dozen clips loaded. Lube up the weapons real good with Slip 2000 products. And then I'm thinking a fiberglass box with maybe a styrofoam interior. And then as far as location, I'm thinking that's been my little trouble right there, niche, is location. I'm thinking maybe an old private family cemetery, as people I may know, right next to a certain headstone or marker, something like that. That's usually not going to get disturbed. Otherwise, the second choice I'm thinking is, it's in the woods somewhere where you think it's not going to get developed anytime in the next 10, 15 years, and then you'll have to get GPS coordinates on that. But you better not lose those coordinates. So I think I got it narrowed down. What's your thoughts on that? And then I have a little something there for that guy who was talking about using that laser sighters there at 25 or 100 yards.
Let me ask you, Rob, what do you think's going to happen? What are you doing? You're going to bury guns? I mean, look, if you buried the guns, they've got the guns. If you can't own them, you can't own them. If they're buried out there, they've gotten rid of them. So what are you doing?
Well, I'm thinking of, complete collapse. There's a possibility. I've heard you talk before, and other programs talk before, of, for example, if Iran, detonates a nuclear warhead up in our upper atmosphere, they're going to wipe out our power grid with the EMP burst. Or I'm thinking,
so you've never. Wait. You have never heard me talk about that. You may be listening to some other shows. You may be reading some other stuff somewhere. You have never heard me talk about that because I have never in 22 years talked about anything like that. I think burying guns is a dumb idea. Let's just get to the bottom line. If you bury them, they have them. If you bury them, then, because you're thinking, they're going to tell me I can't have them. Well, they just said, oh, great, we don't even have to pick those up. You went out and buried them. If we're that far along, it's irretrievable. It's not recoverable. So, no, I just think the whole thing's a bad idea. I wouldn't worry about how to store stuff that far out. I just think that the whole concept, just go throw them in the lake for all the good they're going to do you. I can't tell you how bad an idea I think that is. Here's the thing. For those who think, well, something could happen politically, If it gets to that point, we have lost. It's over. So rather than spending all this time worried about, oh, how am I going to store my guns and how am I going to bury them and where should I put it? How about putting $500 or $1,000 worth of effort and time and money into making sure it doesn't happen? Give that money to the Second Amendment Foundation or to the NRA or to the local group or to the state group and get involved and pledge, a day a month of your time to work on that to make sure we don't get to that point. Because trust me, if we're there, it's over. It's a shoot on sight. You got a gun, they'll shoot you. We don't want to get to that point. We got to get away from that. And we have to get away from that kind of thinking because that just does us no good whatsoever. Anyway, that's my personal take on it. If you differ with me, 866-TALK-GUN. Let me bring in a good friend of ours here on Gun Talk from the folks at Liberty Safe. They make, those great big monster safes that are so tough that we blow them up on TV. We put explosives in them and have a bunch of fun. Jamey Skousen joins us right now. Hey, Jamey, we were having a bunch of fun with you out there with all those explosives.
Oh, I tell you, Tom, that was awesome. We took a couple of safes, put some C1 explosives in them, same amount in both the safes, an equal competitor safe, and boy, we did some damage that day, didn't we?
We did. We caught it all on slow motion video and saw what happened. And, it's just, people say, you guys have a lot of fun. Well, we do. We always have fun when we get together, but there's always a point to it also, which is, okay, when you look at a safe, what you see is a safe. The truth of it is, Jamey, they all look pretty darn good on the showroom floor.
Yeah, in fact, it's one of the reasons why we actually do some torture testing is to show that there is a difference in how we actually engineer and produce the safe. And you've seen our two-piece roll-form system, which during the production, it puts all of the welds on the back of the safe, and then we don't do any grinding, whereas most everybody else does the grinding, and it weakens the welds. And so to show that, we do these torture tests, whether it's putting dynamite on the outside, the inside. We drop it from 200 feet. We got all those videos on our website, and they're pretty fun to watch.
They really are. I tell you what, I had a little bit of a longer call before I got you in here. I'm going to ask you, if you will, to hold on, because when we come back, I want to talk about the smaller safes. We're actually got a giveaway going on, and I want people to understand what they can do with these smaller safes, individual gun safes from Liberty Safe, and how, I tell you what I'm doing. I'm actually getting some and stationing them around the whole house. Well, I tell you what, we'll talk about that when we come back. We're talking with Jamey Skousen from Liberty Safe. Check it out, Liberty Safe, on the internet. We'll be right back.
In the field or on the range, you need a trigger you can trust. For over 60 years, Timney triggers have been trusted by hunters and shooters everywhere. A Timney trigger could mean the difference between a great shot and a miss. Timney triggers are proudly made in the USA and come with a lifetime warranty. To order, go to timneytriggers.com. That's TIMNEY triggers.com.
Accurate, powerful, consistent. At Double Tap Ammunition, we offer 364 loads in 83 calibers that give you exactly what you've been looking for. Try us out at www.doubletapammo.com and use the promo code GUNTALK for 10% off your order.
Attacks happen every day. How will you react? See real people put into real-life criminal attack situations on First Person Defender. Discover what works and what doesn't. Kidnapping, ATM robbery, home invasion, and other attacks. Learn how to save your life and the lives of your family. Get the entire first season on DVD at shopguntalk.com. Get prepared. Shopguntalk.com.
The Ruger LCRX is a variation of the LCR that features an external hammer, allowing it to be fired in single action mode. The LCRX can also be fired in double action mode. It features a monolithic frame made from aerospace grade 7000 series aluminum a patented Ruger friction-reducing cam that results in a smooth, non-stacking trigger pull, and a patent-pending polymer fire control housing that significantly reduces weight and helps reduce recoil. The Ruger LCRX Revolver, another rugged, reliable firearm from Ruger.
All right, we're talking with Jamey Skousen from Liberty Safe, and we're doing a giveaway for Gun Talk of what I think is, it's not your biggest product, but it may be your coolest product, the handgun vault.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, these things are selling like crazy right now, like hotcakes. What we're doing is we're giving away 4 HDX 250 handgun vaults. These are set up where you can store up to 15 fingerprints in the biometric finger swipe. And with battery operation, you can get in within 1.63 seconds. And when it's hooked up to the AC adapter, you can get in within 1 second. I tell you, they're just great for quick access.
So you can program it with a number of different people in your family so everybody can get in. You just swipe a fingerprint, and inside of 2 seconds at the worst, it's going to pop open. And what I've told people, I said, look, people say, well, you know, my guns are over there in the safe, but now I don't feel safe in case of a home invasion or something like that. So I understand, but you also don't want to just have guns. I don't want to have guns laying around where unauthorized people, that is kids or visitors or somebody, could get them. But you could stash a couple of these at kind of common places on a shelf or in a bookshelf or someplace that's hidden. Reach up there, swipe your fingerprint, thing pops open, and there's a gun in your hand.
Yeah, in fact, what's nice is they're all drilled for bolt-down security, so you can actually secure these handgun vaults to any of the surfaces that you put them on. And that allows that extra security that people are looking for so that they don't actually just take it away.
Right. Okay. Well, that's even better. That way it's locked down. The gun's locked down there. So now which model is this that we're giving away? We're
giving away 4 HDX 250s. They retail for $279. And then we're also giving away some hats. And it's just a great promotion. It actually is nice because a lot of people are concerned with security. They want to have quick access, but they want to have something that's reliable. If you go on the website at libertysafe.com, we have this video where we actually compare the HDX 250 with some other brands and just take some screwdrivers and try to go to town with it. And we are able to get into the competitor safe within 7 seconds. Versus ours that we still couldn't get in after 10 minutes. So it's a great vault. Boy, your listeners will really like it.
All right, so to enter for a chance to win that, just go to guntalk.com/win, WIN. Let me ask you a question here. I'm looking at this online. It looks cool. I can see some people wanting to put this into a vehicle. Would this be a thing that you could do with that?
Yeah, there's actually a couple of options. There's also what we call an HDX 150, where you can, it's 2.2 inches tall and has the same biometric finger swipe that allows you to actually slide it underneath the bench seat or the car seat, and it allows that quick access so that you can, in the event of an emergency, have quick access to your handgun.
You know, because a lot of us... You know, I generally carry a gun on me, but there are times when you got to go into a place where you're not allowed to carry your gun. I hate the idea of leaving a gun in my car because somebody breaks out a window, gets in there, then my gun's gone. But if I had it in one of these, the HDX 150 perhaps, you could actually, and probably can still bolt that down if you want to get serious about it. That would be slick.
Well, the other nice thing is they come with a cable lock. So you could actually put this with the cable lock around the base of your car seat, of your car, and actually keep some security that way as well. But most importantly, to have quick access.
And that one would be battery powered for that because they're not plugged into AC power. So, okay, that would work.
Yep, you can actually put they both take 9-volt batteries, and they last for a year or two. So you're good with having quick access and having security at the same time. They're just fantastic to have, and like I said, very popular. You can go to any one of our 350 dealers nationwide. Cabela sells them. Gander Mountain sells them as well. So they're all over retail-wise.
Oh, you know what? I want to mention something. You've got all these dealers, and we've dealt with a couple of them, and they are all really wonderful people. They're all real busy because, man, everybody's buying gun safes. But one of the things I wanted to mention to people is that if you buy one of your big gun safes, big heavy gun safes, and your dealer comes and they will bring it over, and if you want them to, they'll install it for you and get it to where it needs to go. But then if it's time to move, you're going to move across town or whatever, you can call the dealer, and for, I don't know, $100, $200, whatever they charge, they will come and move your gun safe and take it to your new location and put it in there. And trust me, you want professionals moving something like this.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you, we've had some people who have called us when they've had the safe halfway up their stairs, wishing that had used our dealers. And the other nice thing is they're really experts. They're also are certified and trained locksmiths. So if there's any adjustments that need to be made to the door or to the lock, they can do that as well. But yeah, they have all the equipment to take it up or downstairs, and also lag bolt it to the floor. So it's great. They're experts. It's one of the reasons why we sell so many safes. In fact, right now we're producing 500 safes a day and selling those through our dealers and our retailers.
And of course, people are putting more than just guns in them. We've talked about that before. Family jewelries, paperwork, important documents, cash, all sorts of stuff. You never know what's going to be in there. So pictures, hard drives, data, that kind of thing. Yeah,
in fact, when you look at actually the reasons why people would buy it would be primarily for security, but we also have it for fire protection, quick access. The electronic locks now that we use on these are by S&G, and they're EMP resistant. They've actually done some testing. Your previous caller was worried about possibly an EMP attack. Well, that's what's nice about our electronic locks is it resists to these EMP attacks and allows you to still have access to your guns and ammunition in the event that there's an emergency. So there's just a lot of great things about what we've done with the research and put it into our products so that you don't have to go bury it outside. You can actually have good security, quick access. It's probably the best way to secure your firearms.
Well, I'm a fan. I have a bunch of guns in my Liberty safe, and we also have important paperwork and deeds and birth certificates and things like that. They're all, and we've got them in that little pouch you sell that actually gives you additional protection for paperwork. I'm a believer. I'm there. Yep. Yeah. That's it. That's
I'll tell
super
you,
system.
It's interesting with one of the things that's happening in today's world where some unauthorized people get a hold of guns. The best thing we can do to help prevent some of the legislation that's being considered and things like that is for people to be responsible. And, with rights come responsibility. And it's nice to be able to lock them up so that unauthorized people can't get a hold of them. And it's one of the reasons we really like building the product that we do. That's very secure, and it gives people the peace of mind knowing that the things that they value most are locked up and secure.
It just occurred to me, and I know you're way ahead of me on this. One of the things that I get occasionally from people when it's talk about a gun safe, they say, well, yeah, it's a good idea, but if they're locked up and I can't get to them in case of an attack or an intrusion in the house, well, that's where your handgun safes come in. So you've got your long guns, you got other things in there, but your handgun vault is where you keep your gun when you want to have quick access to it. So you're kind of covering both sides of it.
Yeah, particularly with the handgun vault, you have that closer proximity. We've had a lot of people who actually will lag bolt it underneath their bed and have quick access to the finger swipe and get in within, less than 2 seconds. So, we resolved that issue as well. But also remember that a lot of people are putting their gun safes in their bedroom and putting an electronic lock on it so that within 6 seconds they can get in with the electronic lock and have
that's cool.
Access to respond.
Okay, question for you. I have the older dial style lock on mine. Now, I didn't ask you about this ahead of time. I'm just asking, is it possible to upgrade that to electronic when you have the dial style lock on it?
Yeah, it sure is. That's one of the nice things about our 350 dealers nationwide. You can just go online to our website. We have all the electronic locks that are available. You just put in your order. The dealer receives a copy of that order. He calls you on the phone, sets up an appointment, can come out and remove the mechanical lock, put on the electronic lock. Probably one of the nicest things about an electronic lock is you have over 1 million different combinations, and you can change them anytime you want. So it's nice from a security standpoint, whereas with mechanical, it's pretty well set unless you get it changed by a certified locksmith. But an electronic lock, you can change it anytime, and you can have 8 users that allow other people. But if you're the master code holder of the combination, you can actually lock someone else out if you so choose to, of the other 8 users. So the electronic locks are really excellent to put on a safe, right?
Yeah. Well, okay. Now I know what I'm going to do now, Jamey. That's going to work out. Hey, look, I appreciate it, and I appreciate what you guys do. These giveaways we do are a lot of fun, and all you have to do to enter this is go to guntalk.com/win. We're giving away 4, count them, 4 of the handgun vaults that Liberty Safe is making. This is the HDX 250 Smart Vault. Jamey, thank you so much, my friend.
You bet, Tom. Thanks so much.
All righty. I do love my Liberty Safe. I got a big one, but like everybody else, I filled it up. It's a big surprise, right? If you're thinking about buying one, yes, go ahead and buy the big one. Yes, they're not cheap. That's because they're worth it. I always say, look at the guns that you have, and then tell me imagine how you would feel if you came back from a trip and they were all gone. The ones you got from your dad or your granddad, the ones that you have the memories, the ones that you spent the money on. I mean, it just goes on and on. Maybe the next gun or 2 you need to buy is actually a safe. I'm a real fan of the Liberty Safe. Good people making them right here in America. Just lots of fun. What's on your mind? 866-TALK-GUN. We'll be open lines waiting for your call. Right now, I'm Tom Gresham. This is Gun Talk.
Gun Talk encourages you to support the local sporting goods store, gun stores, ATV dealers, and other local businesses in your area who advertise on this station and Gun Talk. Only together can we protect our rights. You're listening to Washington Times opinion page regular contributor Tom Gresham.
Yes, we do get letters. You remember a couple of months ago, there was a shooting. And there's a very large, I think it's regional, very large sporting goods chain, Academy Sporting Goods, decided to hide all of its modern sporting rifles. They took the AR-15s and such and put them in the back. They didn't stop selling them. They just said, we're not going to put them out because our customers don't like seeing them, causes trauma, it's bad for the environment. Who knows? But somebody somewhere inside the company said, hide the rifles. Of course, people went in and said, hey, where's the rifles? I want to buy one. Oh, yeah, you can buy one. They're in the back. But we put them in the back like pornography, We can't put them out here where, like, good people could see rifles. And so, rightly enough, a lot of us said, that's fine, Academy, we're done with you. You want to treat our legally owned guns as pornography? We don't have to spend any money with you. And I think that was a good response. And along with that, a lot of us let them know, said, hey, we're going to write you, we're going to call you, we're going to email you, we're going to let you know why we're not spending money with you. Sometimes it works. I get a note from Scott. He says, I just walked through our local academy, Cedar Park, Texas, and AR-15s, MSRs are back on the shelves. It appears that they have heard and listened to their customers. I know they were getting hammered on Facebook over this issue ever since they announced the new policy after Orlando. That was the shooting at Pulse. Every Facebook post of theirs, regardless of subject, it could have been them announcing the latest running shoes, baseball gloves, etc., was being met with respectful but firm responses of frustration over their new "they're in the back" policy. He says, I know you encourage listeners to thank their local stations for carrying your show, rightfully so. Likewise, I think people should be encouraged to drop Academy corporate a line, thanking them for coming around and doing what is right here as well. Scott, I think you're exactly right. They got the message. They put our rifles, America's rifles, back out where we can see them, look at them, shop, handle them, which is only right. And it's right for us to say, hey, way to go. I told you I'd be back when you got this fixed. I'll be back now. Attaboy. Good point. I like that. Let's see. Line 2, Tara is with us out of Ashland, Oregon, with a range report. What did you take to the range?
I'm first-time gun owner, and I took a 1911 Rock Island 9mm.
Okay. That's an interesting choice for a first-time gun owner. How'd you come to that?
Well, a friend was taking me to go look at guns, and when I held the 1911, it just fit right in my hand, and I knew that's what I wanted. And then when I found the Rock Island, I knew that was my gun.
Very interesting. So, well, just so you know, I am a huge fan of the 1911 and a real fan of the 9mm version because it shoots so well. So tell me how the range session went. How'd the shooting go?
It's really good. The trigger is amazing. The trigger is so accurate. It occasionally jams on me, which is frustrating, but it happens.
Okay. I bet I can help. I
contacted Rock Island.
Okay. I bet I can help with the jamming. You don't have to send it to Rock Island.
Okay.
If you're a new shooter, okay. You know when you hold on to the grip of the gun and when you shoot the gun, the slide has to go backwards, right? It then goes forward?
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. And so when it goes backwards, it ejects the empty shell and then goes forward and it strips the top round off of the magazine and then it runs it into the barrel. That's how the loading process works. For that to work, the grip has to not move so that the slide can go back and forth. It's really common. This is not like I'm saying anything bad about the way you're shooting, but it's really common for beginning shooters to not give the gun enough resistance, to not hold it tight enough, and to not lean into the gun so that the grip doesn't move, but only the slide moves back and forth. Because if it's pushing you back, when you were shooting it, did you feel yourself kind of rocking back a little bit?
Not really. I have good grip on it. I'm able to grip it pretty good.
Okay. What I'm going to suggest is when you go back and shoot it, lean forward and remember this phrase, nose over toes. So you lean forward to the point where your nose is right over your toes. You're really leaning forward and your arms are locked out in front of you, 2 hands on that gun, and grip it tight, okay? And get those hands out and lock those elbows out there. And now you've got some resistance. I would bet, assuming the gun's working right and it's lubed up, it's got some oil on it, I bet you don't have any more failures to feed. I bet you don't have any more malfunctions with it.
Okay.
All right, give that a try, okay? And congratulations and welcome to the world of 1911s. I just think it's one of the best pistols ever designed, and evidently a couple of other people agree with me and with you now, Tara, so I appreciate the call. Thank you. Line 1, Bill is with us in Houston, Texas. Hey, Bill, you're on Gun Talk. Bill, you there? He's put his phone down. Oh, there he is. Hey.
Hey. Yeah. Tom, I got a question. I need a recommendation.
Bill, take me off a speaker, please.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I know better than that.
Me too.
Okay, how's that?
Oh, that's a lot better. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. Okay. My wife has a Springfield 45 XDS, and she has the Crimson Trace green laser on it. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm trying to find a holster that pistol to go into with the laser, but because of the thickness of the laser, I can't find anything that I really like. Have you got any suggestions for me?
Did you look on the Crimson Trace website? Because they have some holsters that probably will work.
No, I have not looked at Crimson Trace.
Okay, it's not a logical place to go look for a holster, I know. But they actually had some holster makers make holsters for popular guns with their lasers attached, so you're good to go. And I'm pretty positive that they have one that will take the XDS with that laser, either from Blade Tech or from other manufacturers. But go to the Crimson Trace website and look there. I bet you're going to find what you need.
Good. That's what I need, because right now she's very small, and she carries her. Right now she's carrying her pistol in her purse, so she actually needs a holster for her purse as well as an IWB. She likes to carry an IWB, but trying to find a holster that fits I have not had any success at it.
I'm just almost 100% that you're going to find what you're looking for. Go to the Crimson Trace website, crimsontrace.com. That'll take care of it. Look, I appreciate your call, and that's a really nice pistol that your wife has. Hey, if you'd like to join us, 866-TALK-GUN, 866-TALK-GUN. I'm Tom Gresham. This is Gun Talk.
Smith & Wesson Performance Center firearms combine old-world hand craftsmanship with modern technology. Carry comfortably and confidently with Performance Center pistols and revolvers. Or take aim with their fine-tuned modern sporting rifles. For unique designs and special features, experienced shooters look to the Performance Center for all their firearms needs. Performance Center by Smith & Wesson. Performance when it matters most. For more, go to smith-wesson.pc.com.
Brownells has always given you an advantage. With their huge selection of forever guaranteed gun parts, ammunition, shooting accessories, and more. And now, they're offering you the Edge. For just $49.95, Brownells Edge covers your standard shipping and any return shipping cost for 1 year. Brownells Edge members also receive discount expedited shipping and exclusive offers. Get the Edge today by visiting brownells.com/edge.
No matter what gun you have, you want it to hit harder, shoot faster and flatter, and be more accurate. You get all that with the ammunition from Double Tap. Double Tap's experts select the best bullets, then load them to higher velocities while keeping safe pressures. Shoot small groups. Shoot farther. Use custom hunting loads in your handgun or rifle. Even fire 2 projectiles with 1 shot. DoubleTapAmmo.com. That's DoubleTapAmmo.com.
You like free stuff, right? You like good deals, and you want more guns, ammo, and accessories. So get all of that with the free, yes, the free smartphone app, Gun Dealio. With Gun Dealio on your phone, you'll get special offers and deals when you walk into a gun store. Plus, check it anytime for hundreds of deals and offers. Who wouldn't want that? Gun Dealio at the App Store and Google Play. GunDealio.com.
Nosler has been a leader in bullets and ammunition for decades and keeps growing with product introductions that follow this tradition. Accurate, highly effective bullets and ammo for long-range shooting, precision rifle competition, and big game hunting. To be the first to hear about new product releases and promotions, follow Nosler on Facebook and Instagram and become part of the conversation. You won't settle, and neither will we. Nosler.com.
All right, back with the 866 Talk Gun. Get you in here. Stanford is in Tulsa, Oklahoma on 4. Hey, Stanford, welcome to Gun Talk. What are you thinking about this debate?
It's an honor and a pleasure to talk to you. I'm kind of nervous. It's the first time calling on such a major show.
Don't worry about it. We're just shooting the breeze here.
The main thing being is I heard the debate myself, and what Trump was getting across was we need to take a better look at those watch lists and make sure there's a way to get people off those by due process, as opposed to expanding them to put people on those. That's the main thing. He was advocating for taking people off those lists.
What he said was, if you're on the list, you should not have a gun. That's exactly what he said.
Huh.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you're having the same reaction as me. I'm going, really? I mean, we know how bad those lists are. We know the ACLU doesn't like them. We know the NAACP doesn't like them. We know how flawed they are. We know all the good people who've been on this list. We know that you're not charged with a crime. You haven't been tried of a crime. You haven't been found guilty of a crime. And now you're supposed to lose your constitutional rights. And here's Donald Trump, who's supposed to be our Second Amendment guy, saying, yeah, you're right. Secretary Clinton's right. If you're on the list, you probably shouldn't have a gun. I wanted to reach through the TV, and I wanted to smack him.
Well, from what I gather, he was advocating for a better system of due process to get people off those lists, from what I gather.
Yeah, but see, he once again, and I've said this before, and people get upset with me, he's so sloppy. He did no debate prep. He thinks that he can just BS his way through everything. He's just sloppy, and that worries me. And yes, he's better than Hillary. That's not really the issue at all. And I think he cost himself votes in the middle, and that's where the election's going to be decided. I mean, when he says stuff like that, and he smirks like a 10-year-old, he's going, really? I mean, that's what debate prep does for you. It makes you stand there and not make a face when people are saying dumb things or evil things or mean things about you, because people are looking at how you react. And I mean, it's just, okay, this is important. Why wouldn't you do the prep?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, there's a lot of room for improvement in that first debate. Hopefully he'll do much better in this one coming up a week from today.
Well, if he doesn't, then it tells us that he simply is not going to listen to anyone, his advisors, and he figures he's smart enough to handle anything. That's going to cause me concern too. So, and look, I get it. People are going, well, then who do we vote for, Tom? I don't know. I swear I don't know. And look, I appreciate the call, Stanford. I have a bunch of really smart friends who say, yeah. I mean, we're talking Second Amendment folks. Can't do it. Just can't do it. And yet, what's your alternative? That's this mess we find ourselves in here. Man. Matthew, line 3, Metairie, Louisiana. What do you think, Matthew?
Getting the clothespin out again, huh?
Yeah, and maybe a big old bottle of something to drink, too, yeah.
Yeah, with a big T on the label. Okay. I think the debate was Kellyanne Conway probably just tried to keep him from losing his temper because she couldn't get him to prep. I think they're prepping this time because it cost him in the polls a couple of points. At first he thought, look at all these online polls. Then when the actual numbers start to come out, he's like, oh, wait, hopefully. Now, as far as his brilliant ideas about stop and frisk and the terrorist watch list, you can thank Rudy Giuliani and Sean Hannity for that, because those two clowns believe in this garbage.
Yep. You're exactly right. I mean, and he's trotting Rudy out there. And for those who, and let me just say this, Matthew, because I'm running out of time. For those who don't understand, what would be the problem in stop and frisk? What if they said anybody who's wearing tactical pants, he's probably got a gun, so we're going to use that as justification. Anybody who looks like he might belong to the NRA or you wear an NRA, we're going to stop you, we're going to search you, and we're going to see what you've got on you. And maybe it's a knife that's a little bit too long. Maybe it's a gun. Maybe you're in an area that you shouldn't be. Therein lies the problem. We have the entire Bill of Rights, not just the Second Amendment, the entire Bill of Rights. If we don't protect them all, we will have none of them. We can't say, well, yeah, we're going to go get those people. Yeah. You know what happens? Those people become us when somebody else that doesn't support us is actually in charge of who gets stopped. Think about it, my friend. right, we're back with you. 866-TALK-GUN. We can still get you in if you call right now. Justin's on line 1 out of Granite City, Illinois. Hey, Justin, go for it.
Hey, just want to call and give you a range report. I actually had my pistol worked on by Smith & Wesson. I called you a couple weeks ago, and about the sights moved on me. And they were anticipating 4 to 6 weeks to have it repaired. They actually got it back to me in about 3. And so just want to call and, tell everybody, hey, they're doing a great job. And also, I talked to you about having issues with it moving around in my hand. When I got it back, I stippled it, and it absolutely fixed it.
Excellent. Now, what did you use to stipple it? How'd you do that?
I actually borrowed a soldering iron from work, and it had a almost like a sharp pencil tip on it.
Yep. It's got a little chisel point on it. And you just kind of you just making dots and holes. Yeah, and you get a little pattern in there. It's amazing. The soldering iron has become a gunsmithing tool, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Well, and I was actually able to keep. I wouldn't be able to even shoot, I'd say, half a mag without it slipping around in my hand. I was able to crack off about 2 shots a second. I kept the fist-size group at 7 yards, so I am very happy with the job it did.
Excellent. Well, that's great. So you're liking the pistol now?
Oh, I absolutely love it. Yeah, I still took your advice, and I got the full-size mag and the grip extension.
Right.
So I just haven't
How'd that work for you?
With it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, when you do that, you're going to find you got a lot more to hold on to. Yeah, use the small mag for carry and then have the big mag for range work, or maybe in the house, you put the big mag in and that's your house gun. So, but you'll find that for range shooting, it's going to be a lot more comfortable. I mean, you still want to shoot some with the small mag so that, you know that you can do that when you're shooting, if you have to use it in a concealed carry situation. But that's great. Justin, thank you so much for the range report. I love to get the follow-up and glad that Smith & Wesson took care of you. Honestly, come on, people. How often do we end up saying, somebody calls in, I don't know who they are, they're just saying, hey, North American Arms took care of me. We got that today. Smith & Wesson took care of me. We got that today. On and on and on. These gun companies sent it in, called them, they said send it in, took care of me. Over and over again. These are great companies. And generally it's because the people who work there have the passion, the same passion we do. They like shooting. They like the freedom of owning guns. They like the mechanics of it. They believe in it. They share the passion. I mean, really, how cool is that? I mean, that's pretty sweet. By the way, 37 days as of today until the election. 37 days, count it. If you had a box of ammo, 50 rounds, you would already have used up 13 rounds. You don't have much ammo left. We don't have many days left. They tell us, Jim was just telling me that Julian Assange is going to release what he's claiming is a bombshell on Tuesday. We'll see. She has been Teflon. Her crimes have not caught up with her. Her obstruction of justice has not caught up with her. Her lying to Congress, her lying to the FBI, none of it seems to stick. Anybody else would have been, had their security clearances revoked, would have been charged with a crime. And not even to mention the assault that she had made on women, the bimbos that Bill had affairs with, just unbelievable. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how people justify it. But there it is. So we'll see what happens on Tuesday. In the meantime, I am going to be buying guns and ammo, but then again, that's not different from any other time. I just kind of do that. Shoot more, but get involved with the election. Get involved means signs in your yard, talk to people, join groups, call the congressional candidates that you support and say, hey, how can I help? Speak up on the Second Amendment. We need every voice and we're going to need every vote. Be careful out there.